It is currently 5:56 p.m. So we're down the Esplanade at the moment, looking down towards the fish and chip van. We might go show that a little bit better, a little bit further up, hoping that it all shows up good. No. Go through town and show it with all the lights on and things around. It'll get darker and darker as I do it, so it'll look quite nice. See how good it looks using this particular camera. So there's your Wallace fish and chip van along the Esplanade, seating area, Fitzgerald Esplanade, 4KZ, and the Cane Cutter Monument. Excellent. Let's go across. A lot of people dog walking at this hour. There's your old Cane Cutter Tavern. See they're doing stuff to it. They've got lighting up the top now. It changes, sort of flashes a bit. Looked like it changed colour earlier. Have a look. It looks nice anyway. Looks a lot better than it did before. At least they've broken up that dark colour that a lot of people didn't like, which is good. Makes it a lot nicer. And you've got your Alberts across the road over there, and the bell that used to be lit up. Alberts. Good to show Alberts because you never know how long it will last. And then you got Arcadian here, which is hard to show because there's people outside it. But yeah, sort of like the drink machine, coffee machine they've got here. No, it's a card operated machine. You can use your card. Sweet. Both of them are. So, this is Video Arcade. So it's getting a lot of use, which is awesome. Good to see. Good to see people utilising the things that are provided. Because a lot of times when things are provided, people just don't use them. And then, you know, they don't last. And then they complain there's nothing to do. So it's good that there actually is something to do and it's being used. So zoom in a bit on Albert so we can see it a bit better. It's good to see that getting used too. Yeah, it's always good seeing the town thriving. Being a Friday night as well, it is good. So let me know in the comment section what you think of the audio with this microphone. I've got a lapel microphone connected to it. A little lavalier microphone connected to the wireless microphone. So we'll see how that goes. So Rankin Street towards the Catholic Church. The bells are going off at the Catholic Church. You can hear them. Ding. Now on the old ANZ, they've got a police sign on there finally. Maybe they've gutted it completely now. Taken all the bank stuff out of it. Last time I went past, it just looked like a lot of the stuff was still there, but that was it. Just stuff, infrastructure, whatever. So we'll have a quick look at this, show what they're saying about it. Up to 746 metres squared available. Floor plan configured to your requirements. Secure basement parking for 21 cars. Ideal for specialty realtor. A&O Realty and Colliers. There we go. It's an interesting one to show that. Sad to see the ANZ closed though. It was quite sad. It closed in March of 2022. The nearest one is in Cairns, like it says on the sign. Okay, so here's the front part of that, where the sign is. Okay, your flagship business here. Ideal. Yeah, it's just the same old thing, just a smaller version. Okay, see if we can see inside it a bit. Yeah, it looks pretty sad. All the plasterwork coming off and that. But anyway, that's how that is. There it goes. So we're heading down Edith Street. Probably go into the arcade, straight through the arcade to have a bit of a look while we're at it. If we can get the camera to handle the lighting. Yeah, if there's any flickering, it's from the camera, not the lights. The camera just can't handle the lighting. The fluorescent lights and that. It's like that with any of my cameras. They seem to do that. Sort of have that rolling shutter thing. They do. Doesn't matter what settings you put it on. Yeah, there's your Best Chen. Little Ray Jewelers. The Innisfail Food Emporium. So we'll quickly go through, show a little bit, see how the camera handles it. It's all trial and error. We do these sort of parts. Okay, so we're in Innisfail Food Emporium. There's your Best Chen Asian food. The nail and spa salon thingy, the classic cuts. The down to the toilets and the Epic Employment Services there, and this is part of the Empire Cafe. All this here used to be Medicare, that spot. So we're trying to work out where it is. It's your Star Liquor. This was all eatery at one stage. There was Il Florentino. There was a noodle place. Right in here, then you got the way into Woolworths, one of the ways, and your Empire Cafe. Show a little bit of the Empire, can't show too much. And you got where there used to be ATM and a claw machine, but that's been closed in, and it's now, I don't know what's going to be in there, can't tell. Can't actually see in there. It's all empty in there. Anyway, gives you a bit of an idea of what it is. There's Bill from this later. Down to the other end again, where we just came from. Showing all that. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of history in this place. The floors aren't as clean since the last cleaners left. Yeah, the two that were cleaning before did a really good job, the husband and wife team. But you look at it now, yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that it's like that, because yeah, it's a nice building. It's a really nice building if you look at it properly. And there's the part that I was showing before where the ATM and that used to be. Back down to there. See up, yeah, you look how nice it is up there. There's your Empire, there's me, hello. Give me the trolleys getting brought up. Your notice board. On here, let's have a quick look. It's a trolley lady coming up. Oh, there's my card. You can grab these at Coles. There's a few spare ones in the card holders if you want one. closed off down here as I expected. Because of hooligans and things like that, dodgy people doing things. You can't go down there. Would like to, but well, you sort of can, but I think it's frowned upon. Yeah, there you go. Innisfail Medical Centre, Reject Shop, Pathology, Rural Medical Imaging, Life Your Way, and there's also Lifeline store down there. The new Life Your Way down there. Little thing they've put in there. I don't know if you can see the sign. I'm not going to get down there because I don't want a security guard coming after me. But yeah, show them what I can. I'll show through this if I can. That's it, shot. Yeah. I think that's zoomed in so I can get it. Yep. Okay, there you go. So I'll zoom back out. The big fans that I wish they'd put on. And you can see in where they were going to have a chemist in there, but I don't know what's ever happened when it comes to that. Whether that's ever going to come to fruition, that's ever going to happen. But there was signs up for years of it. There you go. Let's quickly show there while we can. So there's no flickering from the lights with this camera, which is always a plus. There was a Harvey Norman shop in here at one stage. Who remembers the Central News Agency in here, and the Central, there was a travel agent in here as well. And then Franklin's was all the way along here, and IGA. And that, yeah, it's pretty cool. This is all closed off, yeah, due to hooliganism. Nice way, best way of putting it. It's pretty sad that it's come to that, but the stuff I've heard, I understand why they've done it. Okay. Go the way into Woolworths. This used to be where the ramps and that were, the ramp to downstairs and upstairs. Quick little bit down here. Well, travelators just get broken quite regularly because people play around with all this. Down there, that stops thing along there. Which of course they shouldn't. On the way up. Quick look at the car park, what they've done with it. But there's some Woolworths stuff down here. Well, I don't know if it's still here, but there was where you could click and collect your groceries and that. No, that's gone. There were signs up here for a fair while of that. Well, I wonder why. Yeah, it was all here and it was even painted on there as well. There you go. It's getting later, so it's getting darker. So we'll see how this camera handles it. Looks like a lot cleaner image than my older stuff. You would have seen my older stuff before if you looked at my videos. It'd be nice if all this got fixed up. It would be quite nice if it was. So we'll go up around the outside and we can go back down the main street on the other side and showcase what it looks like at night as much as we can. Well, we'll go through here first. There's the old ramp where you used to go in up there. This is your main thing. There is, oh, that's where they put the director boot now. They've moved it in here underneath Woolworths. Who remembers the Sunday markets they used to have in here in the 90s? I don't know if they had it any earlier. They used to have it in here in the 90s. I remember going to them a couple of times. was like a car boot sale type of setup. Okay, so over here there's some old history that I'll quickly show, so I don't get into any strife. You've always got to respect the rules and that of places. They're well within their rights to have their rules. Always entry via stairs, that's all locked up. And this. But this here, you've got your old Centre Point shoppers only warning private property sign is still here. After all these years, that is still there. I think that's a coup, having that still there, that's pretty cool. And there's a few of them on here. I've got photos of them over the years. This one's a bit clearer. Yeah, this is all closed up now due to hooligans and things. But you can go through there normally during the day. And there's a lift. And this is behind where On-Ties used to be. Well, there used to be an On-Ties sign there, right here is where On-Ties used to be. And there used to be an On-Ties sign on a cage there for a very long time. I've got a photo of it somewhere of my Innisfail group, old and new Innisfail photos, so if you want to have a look, feel free. Anyway, we always follow the rules when we do our videos and things here. And there used to be Skillshare way down here, where the car is right down the end. I first saw that as Skillshare. Actually no, there was a video store, had looked like it hadn't closed, and there was a lift in there and all that. And then Skillshare went in there, which was sort of like a job agency thing, but it's like teaching skills and things. Hence the name. Gives you signage. The arcade. We're going to go up in the left and check all that out. Over here, just for history. Food Emporium. Signs. Around. Your claw machine. Used to be a kids ride thing here too. You can see where people have come and vandalised here, sadly. I don't know why people have to do that stuff. I just don't understand it. Even if there's nothing to do around town, you don't need to do that. Just, you know, go to places like Arcadian and all that, and, you know, play games in there. You always stand back just in case there's someone else in there and they want to come out with a trolley or whatever. Out of respect. There's a little trolley bay and back out to where the toilets are and all that. Okay. Let's jump in. We want to go to I. Should say G for ground level, I would say, but it doesn't. That was basement level we were just on. Okay. There's your Noodleicious, which does really well. It seems to be quite popular. The old Noodleicious. I've only had it once before. Didn't hate it. Thought it was a little overpriced. That's why I never went back. There was nothing insane at all. Show along here. Hopefully it's not too bright with the footage. Yeah, a lot of things are open because it's Thursday. Friday, I mean. Yeah. Getting mixed up with Thursday and Friday with late night shopping. All that. Just showing in here. This used to be like Vic Jensen's and those sort of places. There's Woolworths and the Florist. You get that cafe back here too. Ramage. Which used to be the Greek cafe. This is basically in the where Jan's hair salon used to be, Jan Anderson. Okay, we'll quickly go into Woolworths a little bit. Don't have to get too far in there, so show it a little bit. Tiny little bit. Just want to get a drink. No. Don't have what I got. What I want. Let's get going. It's a soft drink aisle. Got the lollies and chocolates and things along here too. Always marketing. Monkey bar. Alrighty. Won't show too much more. But I'd like to show the soft drink aisle. Show what they got as much as we can. Alrighty then, well that'll be off. And I'll be back when I get out of here. So I got my Okay, so we're back in the arcade, heading out, heading down the Edith Street end, as we can't go out the other end, where I usually go out. Machines here. Okay, let's get the camera back down, down. Prices are down. Okay, heading to the entrance. You get Brumbies here. You see in my last video, you see a bit more detail. You have a look. So this is night time now. Most of the lights are on. Hopefully it shows up nicely. Might have to adjust the lighting in the app. Adjust the ISO and different things, but we'll see. Yeah, it looks. See if the auto works, auto ISO. There's your undercover walkway, which I think is a good thing. It's brilliant. One of the best things they did. I like the lighting. Shows up really good, really clear. Towards the old Pete's. So there's your Book Centre news agency. I'm sure people remember that one. And where the fruit basket used to be, right here where it says relaxation and beauty. Yeah, definitely dark clouds rolling in. So I won't be doing this too much longer, as long as we can, while I'm walking along. So there's Rockman's. Remember that, a Stag menswear. And it was Little Woolworths. There's Malik Centre. Of course, used to have Toy World and that back in the day. I remember buying Sega Mega Drive, Sega Master System and Atari games from here back in the day. Off the Malik's. You got Torres Pharmacy. First National Innisfail. This used to be the camera shop. The photography and all that back in the day. This used to be Leotta's Emporium and all that. And before that, it was all owned by Leotta's. Had the, what did they call it? McGee's and Stag menswear. All the swingers and all that. Young swingers and all that. You got your Shirley Forest, George Costas, and you got Bite Me's open, which is good to see. It's good to see that open on a night like tonight. It's good for keeping the town a bit active at night. As people complain there's nothing to do, so take advantage of this stuff when the places are open. Go to them, because people often complain. So there's Innisfail when it's just about dark. It's not fully dark yet. It's getting there. There's your bobcatter. Remember when this was a hill with a huge tree and a big billboard sign saying it was for sale and all that. Yeah. I remember that where the Commonwealth Bank is and bobcatter. You got Joe Valla Insurance Broker. I remember that as Perry's Cakes. There was a bike shop there at one stage, the basement, which used to have the soup kitchen. Nova Unisex Salon. Used to be a Betty Sentence. A&A Realty. Innisfail Family Health, which in my day was Chandler's. Then Harvey Norman. And then Harvey Norman moved it to Ernest Street. Then you got the tobacco place. Here, the tobacconist. That used to be Chandler's Music. I remember that originally as a street cafe, Continental Cafe, but then Chandler's Music, then Harvey Norman Music, you get Bendigo Bank, and you got what used to be Mag's Coffee Lounge, which is called Perfect Gift, which is closing down, so there's not much left in there now. Wouldn't be much left, 70% off now. Wow. Wow. You look at it, it's hard to see where the cafe and that used to be, like how it fitted in the Vince Martin and Co solicitors, written up there. And you got your Gumloon. I think Vince Martin moved out of there. Or is he still there? No, he's moved out of there. And it's APM Employment Services. And you got Hungry Jack's right here. If you're watching from America, it's the same as Burger King, basically. Same company. It's the Australian version. And across here towards Coles. And down the Mobile direction, KFC, places like that. Oh. So the outside of Hungry Jack's. A little bit. Their version of popcorn chicken, which is actually quite nice. I like the KFC one. There you go. So that's a little bit of a look around at like night. When it's getting darker, the battery's going to be flat, so we'll call it a night. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all those usual things. Invite your friends to check it out. Get them to check out old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. All your Innisfail videos and all that. Photos, videos, all that sort of stuff. And thanks for watching. Bestestimes, keeping memories.